missing the logic here. The logic is that women arbitrarily give themselves a rating that isn't necessarily true. And the reality is, like, you can't rate yourself. Like, the market dictates your value. You can't just sit there and like, oh, I'm this and this, and it's like, no, well, you can't dictate that. Like,
other people's opinions shouldn't really matter to you any motherfucking way. No one can really even rate nobody.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this point. Everyone is a 10 or whatever it is you want to be in your own right. What you say about me doesn't make me shit, sleep, eat, piss, or anything. So
okay, but
it's all about someone's perspective, and I don't even really believe in ratings.
You can say opinion, but there's still facts here. So like, if
so
you
what
were,
is the fact?
the fact
is someone can give
let
you
me
a
finish
number.
my point.
Wait,
let me finish.
No,
let me
I'm
finish
talking.
my
You
point.
asked me to talk, right?
Whose podcast were you on?
Yours.
Okay,
But
don't
you
forget
asked
it.
me to talk,
Don't
right?
forget it. So remember, what I was saying was, if you're a 10, you would be like on the cover of a magazine. You'd be a model. You'd be getting paid.
That's only if somebody wants to do that with the publicist and the right productions over it. People say, oh, I want to do this, and they don't have the means or the connections to get there. There's a lot of 10s that are not on Vogue or shouldn't have even been on Vogue. It's all about opinions and also the titles.
Here's the thing. I just find it funny how if I was to just call myself a billionaire or a trillionaire, you guys would be like, what the fuck? That's kind of funny.
We wouldn't know that. We wouldn't know that.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be true. It wouldn't be factually true. And to be honest, you'd probably say, oh, yeah, I manifested. Then you'd go back home and laugh at me. This nigga's delusional. My thing is that we let girls do this all the time, though. And we never like kind of check them like, bro, you're not a 10. You're not.
Who even started the whole rating thing? Do us as women say this guy is a 10 or that guy is a 20?
No,
or
girls
that's a dime?
girls don't do that.
What I've realized is from interviewing almost well over 1,500 girls at this point, it's amazing to me how many 11s and 20s and 21s or I don't meet on the scale or I'm perfect. We let women kind of lie to themselves and tell them that they're perfect and they don't need any self-improvement.
And we let men lie to themselves too. They be like, okay, I got a big ass stick. You pull it down, you be like, all right, shrimp, what happened to the pen?
Okay.
I think at the end of the day, you are in one body for your whole life, and you should just love yourself and who you are in that body, and no one else's opinion should matter at all. It's confidence. It's not conceited. I could go home, look at myself in the mirror, and pick apart every single flaw I have on my face, every single flaw on my body.
Which would mean, by definition, you're not a 10.
But if I think myself like that, like, why would I want to downplay myself? We all have flaws.
It's called delusion.
But do you not see how you're contradicting yourself right now? Like, a 10 assumes you're perfect, and then you're saying here I have flaws. So by definition, you are not perfect.
But flaws can be perfect.
Hello.
Yeah. That was like cute. I like that.
Flaws and all. Hello.
Yeah. Yes, because your flaws to someone else may be their best thing about you.
The perception of beauty is also different by every culture, every country, the perception of beauty doesn't have to be what we're referring to as rating right now. Like
that's a lie. I mean, beauty is fairly general. What men find attractive. What is attractive? You know, it's fairly universal, right? Like if you take someone that's attractive in Spain versus someone that's attractive in the United States or someone that's attractive in Canada, they're going to be quite a bit of overlap.
There's a lot of agreement when it comes to the perception of beauty, but when you ask a girl, okay, rate yourself from 0 to 10. Like, I hope that every goddamn female that I come across rates herself at least a goddamn 10. Like,
but the argument is that if you were really a 10, you would be a model getting paid to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated, etc.
I know a lot of bad bitches that are the baddest of baddest, and they're not worrying about being a model. They're not worrying about being none of that. Most of those girls are not even into the beauty industry.
The reason
they're
why
into something else.
That's true.
Here's the thing.
Because at the end of the day, beauty fades. So I'd rather put all of my beauty and all of that into something that's going to make me a longevity around of money, so I don't have to look back on my beauty. Period.
Well, that's most women's agency is their beauty.
Question mark.
So,
but my thing is, what can you make your beauty do for you, though?
I mean, you just changed the argument.
That's the whole. No, it still goes in the same argument.
It doesn't, because the thing is,
no one can really rate their stuff, and nobody can really rate them either.
Can you stop interrupting?
Baltimore, can you let him talk, please?
Like you got to chill a little bit.
I'm from Park Heights, so
that's fine. But I mean, that's irrelevant to the conversation where you're from. I mean, respect is respect.
I'm giving you that.
Not really, but anyway, what I'm saying is that when it comes to rating, you can't arbitrarily give yourself a certain rating. Just like I can't call myself a billionaire, a woman can't sit there and call herself a 10. The thing is that you got to look at, there's a market. Who consumes female beauty? Well, in general, it's men. So if you don't have a guy by your side, right, to validate that you're a 10, or you're not getting paid for it by being on the cover of a magazine or whatever it may be, if you were a 10, someone would discover you. That's the reality.
People think because you're on a magazine, this and that.
And then a 10 says you're perfect.
A lot of people used to pay to get in magazines and used to be frauded and shit like that. So it makes you better of a bitch than me because you're on a magazine and I'm not.
It's an example, but we're
not really, because if that's your platform, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
We're not saying you can't have confidence. We're just saying, look, at the end of the day, you yourself are confident in your looks. Absolutely. However, people looking at you from the outside are saying, you know what? In my head, she's cool, but she ain't a 10. So we're just saying, look, from your standpoint, you might be a 10, but look at what other people are saying about you. Like, I know you're saying opinions don't matter.
But who gives a fuck? Honestly, do any of y'all ladies here give a fuck about what another bitch got to say about you?
Never.
Do you give a fuck if a bitch, listen,
what if it's true?
How is it? What's your definition of true?
But what if it's true?
True is your only. True is the only of what you believe is true.
Raise your hand if you're married.
Incorrect.
Hold on.
True is only what you believe is true.
No, the truth is objective. Yeah. Your opinion of said truth is irrelevant. There's one truth, and this is something else that's kind of crazy that a lot of crazy liberals and a lot of women say is like, oh, my truth, blah blah blah. There's no such thing. There's one objective truth. The truth is not subjective. Your appreciation of the truth is subjective. However, the truth is objective.
And that's fine too.
But it's funny, if everyone was a 10, as you guys said on the panel, you wouldn't get lip fillers, BBLs, breast implants. Like,
yeah,
I don't have any of that.
Yeah,
well, I'm saying in general. But at the end of the day, you can say what you want. If a bug is on you and you don't know, someone's gonna tell you a bug is on you. Mm-hmm. So you still need someone to validate or even
tell you it's on you and make you look stupid.
You get what I'm saying, though?
I do.
The whole concept here is that women arbitrarily give themselves a value, right, that isn't necessarily agreed upon by the market, and it's not shown by the market. I'm saying that I can't sit here and call myself a billionaire if I'm not really a billionaire, whereas we let women run around and say, I'm a 10, I'm perfect, blah, 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 when that's not the truth. Women get the benefit of being delusional is what I'm trying to say. Men can't do that.
So do men.
Really?
Men and women, we both do the same thing. A man will tell you straight, oh, I got this, I got that, and this,
Because he got it.
You go there, it ain't none of what's on Instagram. Everything is all smoke and mirrors. Women do it too. Everybody does it.
Yeah.
That's just the day in the life that we're in that now has come to the light.
But that actually, what you just said validates what I'm saying. So men have to live in a fact-based reality. Women don't. And I'll explain what I mean by that. You just gave an example of a guy lying about his lifestyle and portraying himself to be something that he's not. Why did he do that? Let's peel the layer back. The reason why is because he knows that performance matters as a man. He needs to be able to have a certain lifestyle, needs to be able to convey a certain type of status. So knowing that, he's adapting to reality, knowing that women are attracted to this, and he's lying because he understands that there's a burden of performance on men.
Of course.
On the other hand, though, women don't have to perform. Women just exist and they get invited to certain situations. They get put in certain situations. They get certain opportunities just for being a woman. And I'm not saying this to attack or, penalize you. I'm just saying that men have to operate in a fact-based reality because if you're a man and you're a loser, reality reflects that you're a loser. Girls don't call you back. You don't get dates. Your peers don't respect you. People make fun of you, etc. When you're a woman and you're a loser, that reality might not smack you in the face until later on in life. So women can be mediocre, men cannot. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why we let women run around and call each other 10s, right? When they're in reality, they're not. They don't have a man by their side that's high value enough to call them a 10. They're not getting paid off of their looks, etc. But they run around and say they're a 10. I've had chicks on this show that are over 200 pounds that are saying that they're a 10. And I'm saying that women are afforded that luxury because we don't tell women the truth. Men, however, though, have to perform. If they don't, their reality is reflected for them being a loser. Does that make sense?
It does.
I mean, so that's why that guy had to lie to you.
Not just lying to me, he lied to his damn self. I'm believing.
Of course. But that proves my point that he understands that there's a burden of performance. He wasn't able to do it, so he lied about it.
And also, us as women, if a girl don't have a certain attribute to a guy, oh, she coming over. Let me see how she look. If she not that, you're not coming over. Period. So
what was that? If she doesn't meet a certain
if a woman doesn't meet a man's criteria when it comes to physical attributes, she will get declined as well. Period.
Most men would have sex with most women, though. versus most women would not have sex with most men.
The circles that I'm around.